What's up guys, it's me Jeremy, and after seeing the notes for patch 5.5 and 5.6, I think we can honestly kind of make a case for those two patches being some of the best patches in League of Legends history. And overall throughout Season 5, with somewhat of an exception of 5.4, the patches have been really fantastic and have really led to what I think is a phenomenal meta. Let's get started. So the first thing I want to go over is what makes a meta good. How can we measure the quality of a meta and compare them to each other when certain metas have been shifting and been all over the place constantly? And the reality is that it's a little tough, so bear with me. Overall, I think the best way I came up with to describe it is a meta that appeals to as many types of players as possible. And there's a few ways that can happen. The first one is through the sheer diversity of what is viable. With the buffs to tank junglers, balancing of assassins, and promotion of healthy gameplay, we're left in a meta where more champions are competitively viable than essentially any other point in League of Legends history. In addition, the untouched champions that were not viable are finally starting to receive some buffs, so those off-meta and unviable picks are really starting to rise up to the same level, or at least to be able to compete with some of the more popular champions. Because of this, for the first time I can recall, you could potentially play a champion that is considered weak and actually expect them to be buffed in the future, rather than to simply remain untouched for a really long time. After these last two patches, it's shown that Riot has begun to shift their balance philosophy away from nerfing everything, to nerfing only really things that actually need it, and then buffing up some of the more underpowered champions. And to me, that is the key thing that sets this meta apart from the others. All of the players who main what is seen to be as an underpowered champion are actually allowed to have an optimistic attitude about the whole situation finally, and will likely receive buffs in the next few patches or so if your champion hasn't already. But just because a meta is good doesn't mean it's perfect. The meta will never be perfect, and in fact right now has a reasonable amount of problems. There are still some champions that need to be handled by Riot, but Riot has confirmed reworks and updates, or at the very least buffs, for the majority of them. On the other hand, one of the biggest problems I have with the meta right now is the lack of meaningful item diversity. I'd honestly like to see every single role receive similar items to what the jungle has. That is something that can be built up in parts and the final path can be decided later in the game, rather than having to commit your full 3,000 gold or so to a major item when you only have about 1,000 gold in your pocket, as well as items that affect your summoner spells more. There's just so many cool things that could be done with items in the game to make the game more diverse and have a meta where literally every single champion is viable. I think inherently the lack of item diversity causes a lot of problems in League of Legends balance, and on top of that, there's so many items that are just so completely useless that you would just really never buy them ever. I really like what Riot's done with the new jungle items, and it definitely was a step in the right direction, but I really want to see more of that kind of thing and have it expanded for every role. Anyways, what do you think about the current meta? My name is Jeremy, and that's it for my thoughts on the current meta in League of Legends. Hey guys, it's me Jeremy. Thanks for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, definitely make sure to hit that like button so I can tell, and if you're interested, definitely check me out over on all the socials, of which you can see over there. And if you really enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe for some more awesome content in the future, and definitely check out some of my other videos as well, up here and over there. Anyways, that's going to be it. Thanks again for watching, and of course, I'll see you guys next time.